Right now we're going to go over the goalie stance. This is the most important thing. It is very important that a goalie is efficient in his movements, and it all starts with his stance. You need to be efficient. You think about the shooters, you think about the deceptiveness of the ball, okay, how it comes out, the release. You need to think about the quick releases. You need to think about the strong athletes and how they're shooting the ball and the power. And so you need to be efficient in your stance. Efficiency in your stance is going to lead to efficiency in your movements. We can start from the bottom here. So your feet need to be, all right, shoulder width apart. At worst, shoulder a little wider than shoulder width apart. Your toes, they don't have to be pointed straight, but maybe slightly angled out, okay? Going all the way up to your knees. Your knees need to be slightly bent, all right? You need to be slightly bent. Adam's already starting to do it, okay? You don't just want to bend from the waist, all right? You want to have some bend in your knees, and then you want to have a flat back, all right? And you want to stick your butt out. You want to stick your butt out. And as we work our way up, okay, we go to his arms, okay, are halfway extended, not all the way out. His elbows are pointed towards the ground. They need to be pointed toward the ground. We don't want any chicken wing arms. We don't want any chicken wings. That leads to deficiencies in your movement, okay? His top hand, in this instance, is his right hand. That's the hand you write with, or the hand you will control your goalie stick with, okay? Has a firm grip, solid grip. Adam chooses to have, okay, his fingers facing forward. Sometimes goalies like to wrap their hand completely around the stick. Your bottom hand, which is equally as important but doesn't do as much as your top hand, okay, you should have a light grip on it, maybe even in between your thumb and your finger, and your bottom hand is slightly more forward or outward than your top hand is, okay? Going to your stick needs to be, okay, in front of your face, and I would say this is perfection, all right, and this is great too. All right, so slightly at an angle, stick in front of your face. That way when we start to talk about moving, okay, to the 6 spots, you'll understand why he needs to have his stick straight up and down for efficiency purposes. All right, notice his Adam's head, it's straight up and down. So once again, his arms are relaxed, okay, his back is flat, his butt is out, slight bend, okay, and then his feet are facing forward at best. You want to think about a linebacker in football. You want to think about a soccer goalie. Those folks, those athletes have great stances, and those stances allow you to move forward, backward, or more importantly in this case, laterally efficiency at the drop of a dime. If you can turn towards me, you will see, all right, talking about the feet being shoulder width apart, you get the slight bend there, all right, the angle is there for you to see. His hips are back, his butt sticking out. He's got a flat back, okay? His arms or elbows are pointed at some point in time at the ground, all right? And he's staying there relaxed. He's relaxed. Though he's in this stance, he is relaxed. We want to talk about the negatives, okay? Adam, you swing back around for me. There's a middle ground to everything we're talking about. Middle ground for his feet, how he should stand. There's a middle ground for whether his arms should be completely extended, all right, or all the way into his body. We'll talk about that right now. You need to be relaxed, okay, and in a stance that allows you to be explosive. If you're tense, okay, Adam, try and get tense, have your arms straight out. If you're tense, the first thing you do, all right, as a reaction to the ball coming at you is to relax, all right? And that allows for a deficiency. That allows for more time before you can move to the ball, before you can make that save. So you need to be halfway in, halfway out with your arms. Your knees are slightly bent. Same thing, if you were really low in your squat, okay, that's not an athletic stance when it comes to getting left or right, all right, as fast as possible. Stand up, Adam. If you're standing up straight and down, okay, the first thing you're going to do is need to bend, okay, in order to move left or right or lateral. So there's middle ground for everything. If his stick head was behind his head, the first thing he would have to do is move it forward and then move it to one of the 6 spots to make a save. So there's middle ground for everything. A great stance optimizes efficiency in moving to the ball, especially nowadays when goalies have a little bit of time to react.